Deiveson right here. First of all, congratulations on the victory. What are your initial thoughts after reclaiming your UFC flyweight championship?
The first thing, going back to Scottsdale, to this team, has helped me so much. These guys, they gave so much of them to me to transform my game. And this is not just my belt, it's their belt. So just going back to...
Speaking of your game plan, was that how you envisioned the fight going? We spoke with Brandon a little earlier today, and he said that he was basically, when he would come forward, you would attack. You were waiting for him to come. You were drawing him in. Is that what the game plan was?
Exactly. That was the game plan all along. We know he has a very strong jab, and we wanted to counter that with distance and with those calf kicks. I mean, his shin really hit my foot today a lot. Really hurt. But we had a very well-mapped plan for that to happen.
Right after the fight, he said he thought he had done enough to win. It was a very close fight. Were you... I can hear it too. So you were confident you had done enough?
It was 4-1. I mean, there were 5 knockdowns, so it's funny that it was 4-1. It could have just gotten me every round. I mean, when he said crybaby, and then it goes, let's go to the next one, man. Let's take it up to the next one.
Okay, crybaby.
He also said he respected you and respected all of your coaches, except maybe not Captain Eric. So what do you have to say to that?
Actually, Captain Eric is the guy he respect the most. Because this is a guy who is a relentless worker that I've learned to like so much. He is the one that got on my case more than anyone. He's the mastermind behind this plan, this game plan that we had. And I said at one point, he was stressing me out. I was like, Eric is stressing me out, but you know, congrats to him. You're the bomb, man.
And finally, it seems like you said you would be open to fighting him for the 4th time in Mexico, but there's a rumored card in Brazil maybe in May or later this year. So why wouldn't you want that fight back home in Brazil? Why would you be open to fight in Mexico?
Yeah, I initially said Mexico, but I think that if you're going to Mexico with Cejudo next to us, we might not leave. So we're changing. That's what they're saying in the back here. He changed his mind. So I think we're considering that maybe Brazil would be a better option.
Deiveson, over here to your right. Colin Crandall, MMA Power Hour. Congratulations, amazing performance. A lot of the improvement, I think, was strategy, and a lot of the improvement was your skills that were improved. How much was it of each of those, in your opinion?
It was the strategy, no doubt, and it shows because it was a team effort. It shows the power of teamwork and actually having a team because I trust them a lot. And they said this all along, just to keep the patient and stay put until 2 minutes remaining in the fight. And said, then I can be myself, aggressive and violent.
Absolutely. One thing that surprised me was how calm Deiveson was in the cage before the fight. Normally, Deiveson is super intense, and this time it looked almost like Moreno was working on being fired up, and Deiveson looked relaxed. Was this part of a strategy, or is this something that's an improvement that Deiveson's made?
In fact, it was a lot of strategy. We focused a lot on being calm because I used to come into the octagon so full of energy, trying to finish people off and right in the first minutes. And it was very important to us to keep calm and to become even more dangerous. Because then my strikes would be come as a surprise to him. He would not know because I had that power kind of bottling up, and I became more dangerous because my strikes surprised him. And this was something we focused on a lot to actually keep things calm, to be more dangerous and better.
Like Bruce Lee always said, I seem to remember. Last question for me. When they were in the heat of battle, Deiveson was smiling a lot. Is it that you can be happy when you're in a war and you're getting your head smashed in with punches and kicks, or was it just that Deiveson could feel he was winning, that his strategy was paying off, and that he was doing what he wanted to do?
Certainly, I love being part of a fight like that, of the fight that Brandon has allowed us both to have. It was insane. It was bloody. It was exactly the way that people wanted to see a fight. And I have a lot of fun in those kinds of fights.
Awesome. Congratulations. Thank you so much.
Deiveson right here. After the knockdown at the end of the 3rd round, how do you feel that moment when you were close to make that submission? Because he said he feels safe. He didn't feel the danger at that moment.
You know, if it was 30 seconds more, I feel that I would have gotten him. I think that he lost his senses a little bit. He looked like he was not feeling too well there, and he was kind of saved by the buzzer. And I do feel that his soul left his body. And I do feel that with 30 seconds, I would have just killed that thing.
Last one, Deiveson. If this fourth fight don't happen, which name are you thinking you can face next?
Guy friends, obviously. I feel that it's a guy that I want to knock him down. I want to knock him out, and he knocked Cody Garbrandt, so that's the guy that I wanted to knock down. So basically, it's not in my interest anymore to fight Cody. So it's Guy France.
Thank you.
Deiveson right here. Deiveson right here. Obviously, the crowd was very in favor all week for Brandon. Out there in the cage and during the fight, did you feel that energy, and did you feel like it went down the better you did during the fight?
I can definitely feel the warmth. I love when people yell at me and just swear at me, and I love Mexico so much, I cherish it so much that I'm gonna make a video for him eating burritos and saying how much I love Mexico. All right. I wanted to knock him out, and I felt that the crowd, was feeling it. And if it wasn't for those 30 seconds, I think I would have done it.
Is it safe to say that your trips to Arizona to work with the team at Fight Ready is going to be a permanent part of your training going forward?
Yes, most definitely. This is a team that embraced me, that welcomed me, that took care of me, and definitely, the only thing I want to do is actually go back home to grab my family and to bring them to America and keep, not only to be focused on the sport and to keep this belt, but also keep it there with these guys.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Deiveson to your left over here. Congratulations on winning the belt again. I think you're constantly surprising us with the levels in your game. But I'm curious, do you ever surprise yourself in there?
I'm a very dangerous guy. I felt really good today. When I stepped into the octagon and I felt it was like wet, it's humid. I felt good. Sometimes I go in and it's dry and I don't feel like it's like slippery. And I just got in and I was like, man, this is my night. I'm feeling great. And the one thing that I wanted to do is to make sure that I feel very good about the fact that we were able to keep it to the game plan and to what we were set out to do.
One more. Deiveson right here in front of you. You're the first flyweight champion to be a two-time champion, to win the belt and then win it again. Which title win meant more to you, getting it the first time or this time because you came back, avenged the loss, and were able to reclaim that title?
I had definitely tasted the flavor of being champion once, but this one, it has a special flavor to it because this was a new family. I got the title with my old team, but to actually be a part of this new family, be able to bring this to them is really important. So today had a special flavor, definitely, to regain the title.
And because Brandon did give you that opportunity to be back on top, do you think it's only fair that you give him that? We don't know the UFC's plans, but do you think that's only right?
Brandon didn't give me the chance to fight him again. Well, he didn't want to. His Pantoja got hurt. That's why the UFC gave us the fight. So if he behaves well for the course of the next couple of months, we'll figure this out. And I think, you know what? I want to fight in the United States. This is where if it's a good fight, if he behaves well, and then if we can do it, as a kick-ass pay-per-view in the United States, I think this is where I want to fight. This is where I make my money. And actually, he was talking about the fact that I was his biggest sponsorship because of the fights. And it's like, well, I told him I was going to take that away from him. So fighting Brandon is going to be the thing that gives me more money.